everyone's solved all their marketing information, how they're going to reach their readers? No questions? Any, how many belong to a writing association? I'm sure we've got, anyone looking to join a group? I'm sure we got people here with blank forms. You want to join, what kind of, you want to join a local, a provincial, a national? A local. And where do you live? Surrey. Okay, what's the local writers group in Surrey? New West would be fine. Who would know how to join this New West group that does everything?
Yes, Royal City Literary Arts Society, who is putting on this workshop today.
She wants to join us.
Yes, would you like to join? Yes, I don't have a form, but Sonia has some.
I have a form.
Sonia has
Oh, here, we actually have a form here. Not this one, this one's fine.
Wonderful.
Does anyone want to ask what are the things you can benefit from belonging to a local, a provincial, or a national group? Why do people do this?
Because we write in isolation and we go stir crazy if we don't meet each other, right? That's
Okay.
why I joined.
So all the rest of you have got enough networking connections? All right, where are you all going to be on Sunday the 28th, next weekend?
Word on street.
Word Vancouver.
Word Vancouver? How many are going to go in and talk on the mic at CBC, meet some announcers, some programmers? Word Vancouver. We used to be called Word on the Street everywhere, and then Toronto said, only they could do that. You have to be Word your city. And so there's 2 or 3 days of events, but the one day, Sunday, they close the 2 streets on either side of Vancouver Public Library. They set up tents. This is where you can go and shake hands with at least 10 BC publishers. There may be more there, but there'll be at least 10. People are in a tent, they've got their books laid out on tables, you can see what they publish, you can get their catalogs. But CBC has open house, they have some programming, and there'll be people there.
I have a couple of program. I have more in my vehicle.
Just look at this, this is how many pages it is. I know World Poets are on at 11 o'clock, they have an hour, the World Poetry.
And they'll be here tomorrow night too.
Okay, there's a group here tomorrow night.
Janice is launching.
Okay. There's Janet, launching a book.
No, Candace.
Candace, oh,
Candace is launching a book tomorrow night.
Wine bottles on an ocean of words.
Yes.
and so what I'm saying, and on Sunday, I know the Canadian Authors has 1 or 2 tables. That's a national group, and I'm sure there'll be some Federation people there wandering around.
Poetry on the bus.
And some of them will be just there because they're speakers taking part in other tents. So you can find whatever type of writing you're doing, whether it's historical fact or whether it's fantasy, romance, science fiction. And there's the day's schedule, and this shows you that the hour's going this way, but this way you can see there's 10 locations. So there's 10 things on in the hour.
And it's all at the Vancouver Public Library?
Yes,
Main branch downtown?
it's inside and outside.
It's cold in the shade.
Yeah, it usually rains.
Hello.
It's not supposed to rain this Sunday.
I've been there times that I got terribly sunburned.
Oh, there are tents.
Yes,
Yeah, but it should be good this.
so,
Yeah, it's gonna be good this time.
we got one there, you people can look up, we'll have a look at things. But it's at events like this that you can walk up and talk to the people who are actually doing the publishing. And there are a lot of books that come out. And I'm sorry I didn't bring you a copy of BC Book World. It's 40 pages, about this size. Comes out 4 times a year in color.
I think they have been waiting upstairs.
Well, they should. Every library and bookstore
Get here.
can get them free and hand them to you. And that shows you who's doing what in BC publishing. They were very nice last week. They did a picture of me on the, now, once a month, they're doing BC Book Look, and it's on the internet. But the printed version is free quarterly, and you can pick them up. I think the BC Federation gets it free in the mail.
Well, we sent it down on the street.
Right.
We have a reciprocal deal and stuff that we advertise.
Right.
Excuse me, they've started running a lot of ads now, I noticed, for people, editors for hire, and people that help you self-publish, and
Right.
support.
Yeah, I mean,
services.
if you live in this province, it's almost necessary to become familiar with it, whether you get a subscription to your house, or whether you pick up a free copy at a library or a bookstore, because otherwise you don't know what other people are doing. Because you can learn from the publications, things they put on the internet, where you're gonna all get listed free now on ABC Book World. But by going out to these events, you could meet other writers. You could go and hear some of the successful ones. I'm sure everybody's got at least one person there on Sunday that they want an autographed copy from. But you could go there without buying books, if you have control. And,
You can buy goodie bags too.
yeah,
You pay $20 and you can go around with a scavenger hunt, color tables, and they fill up your bags.
get a
and
free
stuff.
handout.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's all these marvelous things possible. You
It
know,
actually
pack a
starts
lunch and
tomorrow.
walk around.
It starts tomorrow and goes till Sunday.
Right, there's some
Different things going on.
shorter special events going on, but that one full day, it starts at 11 a.m. People have to be set up by 10:30 if you have equipment and tents going in. So they close the streets on both sides at 9 a.m. and people have an hour or so to get set up. At 11 a.m. the program starts inside and out. And so you can learn from the other presenters and readers that are there, but there are also workshops going on there.
All
Not-
free.
The workshops are, the longer ones are Saturday, I noticed, I just went through the program. There's
Okay,
a couple of them are 2 hours,
right.
writing technique,
And
and
those
on
are paid
Saturday.
for,
I don't think so.
The workshops are free.
are they? Okay.
So on the Sunday, it's more readings, there's not as many workshops now on Sunday, it's more readings.
But you have the chance to go and meet the people at each table. Let's see if we can, at least before we close up here, because I'll be leaving within 10 minutes, because I have to get a ferry at Horseshoe Bay. But if you, can we at least name 3 or 4 publishers that are in BC? Nightwood? Nightwood is the literary arm of Harbor Publishing that does more history and true stories about the water and the ecology, where Nightwood is the sister company to Harbor Publishing, and they do short stories and poetry. Okay, we've got 2. What else do we need? Raincoats, Ulrich, Caitlin,
Orca books.
Orca, that's for young people, isn't it? Well, we're at 5, how are we doing here? Are we at 6 yet? Uh-huh.
Grasmere is a
Isn't
is a
there
new one too.
Axel,
Anvil.
Anvil,
Grasmere. Grasmere is a brand new one. Grasmere Publishing is a brand new one
ah,
on Vancouver Island. in
Okay.
Dublin,
Leaf, yeah, I know lots of poets that have books that are short fiction out of Leaf. So, has anybody decided what their sacrifices are gonna be?
First one,
Sacrifice our requirement, I haven't necessarily yet started writing, but I've always known I could. I published my PhD thesis and my master's thesis.
Right.
I'm sort of getting ready to change that. And I just
You didn't say you weren't.
thank you for doing the
No,
office.
you were just.
Especially my practice.
Right.
So thank you very much.
Well, you're welcome. I mean, sometimes people tell you, you always have time, get up an hour earlier. And my answer is, maybe writing first thing in the morning isn't your style. You know, so you have to figure out your style, when you're going to write and make time for it. But wanting to do it is the first step.
I would like to thank Bernice for this wonderful workshop. And, your local library should have the events coming up, in the library, and like I said, on the event page. And we also have on our website, upcoming workshops, we have some forms here, for those who want to register and become a member of our class.
We do 22 workshops a year, so this is just one of the 22.